Standing now with my grandson next to the house of David Ben Gurion, which was the first prime minister of Israel. He refused to live in Jerusalem. He lived here because at the beginning of the state of Israel, the cabinet and the parliament was here in Tel Aviv. This is the house that used to take all the decisions. Today the house is a museum. First floor is the living room and everything else. You can see that they lived separate in separate room because he used to write his autobiography separately at night time, and Paula used to be with another room. House is very, very modest, simple. On the second floor, that's a library. That's where he was writing and reading. As I know, he read about 25,000 books. He wrote about 8 books, and he knew the Bible by heart. Behind this house, due to the fact that we're living in the state of Israel, and the state of Israel was in danger so many years. In 1956 was the Sinai campaign, a war between Israel and Egypt, and behind the house there was a bomb shelter that David and Paula used to be at the time of emergency. When we asked David Ben Gurion, how did you take the decisions, during the time of the war, he said, I invited all the cabinet members to come to my house instead of going to the headquarters, which is today the IDF headquarters. So this is the house. In 1963, he gave up. He moved to Sde Boker, which is a desert, and he became a shepherd. He was herding a sheep, and that's the man that gave a self-example and wanted that most of the Israelis will immigrate to the Negev to overcome the Negev, to have agriculture, and to use the Jewish skill in this land. So we are right now next to the house of David Ben Gurion. This is my grandson. I believe that he is 5 generations after David Ben Gurion. Great guy. His name is Eitan. He's a nice guy. He's 5 years old. Outstanding boy. Thank you. Thank you. I want to see you here again in Israel as soon as possible. Okay. Okay. Okay.